Jacksonville Jaguars fans, welcome into Duval Daily presented by GenJag.com. I'm Jordan Aluga. Thanks for being here Thursday, October 23rd. Right now, we are getting into my tiered power rankings for all of the Jaguars issues, or at least the top 6 issues, a 6-pack of issues, if you will, for these 2025 Jacksonville Jaguars, who are 4-3, coming off a soul-crushing loss. You use a lot of other words to describe that loss. Embarrassing. 35-7 loss to the Los Angeles Rams. Jaguars looked not lifeless, but just like they couldn't get out of their own way. Again and again and again and again and again, right? So that was the first loss where it was like they weren't in the game. They were in the game against the Seahawks, even though their offensive line was getting dismantled. They should have beaten the Bengals. So that was the first loss that was like, oh my gosh, do we need to go back to the drawing board? But it was a loss where a lot of the issues that the Jaguars have had throughout the year popped up all in one game. And so we're going to dive into these issues and get to the bottom of it, in my opinion, and not only tier rank the issues, which I only have 2 tiers, but also talk about, are these issues correctable? Are they fixable within the context of what's in the building right now via trade potentially? We'll get into it. Really appreciate y'all being here. If you enjoy the content, please like and subscribe. You can also check out genjag.com, pick up some new Duval gear like the hat I am wearing right now. That's genjag.com. Really appreciate y'all's support. So tier 1 and tier 2. With tiers, it's like, I think I have 2 things in tier 1. I have 4 things in tier 2. Tier 1 to me is issues that are killing the Jaguars' ability to win games. And they are, in my opinion, causes, not effects. Tier 2, which is, issues 3 through 6. Most of them are somewhat an effect of something else that's happening. One issue that's within tier 2 is not an effect of something else that's happening, but we'll get into it. Really appreciate y'all being here. So tier 1, 2 things. Penalties. The penalties offensively are killing the Jaguars. They are leading to bad down and distance. They're leading to the Jaguars not running the ball as much as they should, because they have been good at running the ball in just about every single game that they have been in this year. Outside of the Seahawks game, they have been really good at running the ball. The last 3 weeks, they haven't run the ball enough. They averaged 4.9 yards per carry against the Rams. They just didn't run the ball enough because they got down. They had the penalty issues that, they run the ball, they have a decent gain, holding, bring it back. So you've got to reduce the penalties so you can get back to balance on the offensive side of the ball. Like, a lack of balance, in my opinion, is not on Liam Cohen not calling a balanced game. It's on the penalties, right? For the most part, that's the reason. It's the penalties. And then the second thing is drops/receiver error, which is also, in my opinion, killing the Jaguars. We're going to talk about some of the things in tier 2 they're not going well, but they're not like crippling. The drops are crippling to this offense. The receiver error crippling to this offense. They are the worst team in the NFL when it comes to dropping the football. And also, they're not bringing in, not every pass that should have been caught goes down as a drop. They're the worst team when it comes to coming down with passes that should be caught. They are the worst team as well at dropping the football. They also have a lot of receiver error. Receivers not getting out of their breaks at the right time. Not getting out of their breaks quick enough. I think you've seen that multiple times on Travis Hunter out routes. Brian Thomas Jr., what was he doing on the sideline? Pushing off instead of just running down the field. He pushed off for no reason. Receiver error has been a major issue. In my opinion, Parker Washington falling down. Yes, it was a wet track. You didn't see that happening to the Rams receivers all that much. So drops in receiver error and penalties are crippling the Jaguars. Penalties are absolutely 100%, 1000% fixable. And I don't think that they're ever going to probably be the cleanest penalty team. And this mostly goes on the offense. I don't think the defense has been too heavily penalized. Murray's getting excited about it. Offensive penalties, they are, especially the pre-snap penalties, so correctable. I don't know that they will be corrected, but I know that they can be. I know that they can be much improved in this area moving forward. The coaching staff is attempting to get the players to focus on the controllables, also attempting to, take some of the offense that is currently installed and just kind of shrink it down to what they're actually doing really well, right? That's part of what their plan is here moving forward. And then can their drops and the receiver error be corrected? Yes. A lot of it's just effort over the middle. Now, Parker Washington, his drops haven't been about effort, but some Brian Thomas Jr. drops and De'Ami Brown drops have been about effort. But those are two guys, Brian Thomas Jr. and De'Ami Brown, that have had some volatility throughout their respective careers when it comes to having consistent hands. I don't know that it will be corrected. Can it be corrected? Yes. I actually think every single issue the Jaguars have can be fixed. The question is, will it be fixed? And I don't know the answer. I really don't. I told y'all I think the Jaguars are going to finish about 9-8. If y'all want to go look at that record prediction video outlook for the rest of the season, you can. I did that earlier today. Tier 2 of the issues for the Jaguars is pass coverage, kicking, field goals. Trevor Lawrence's inconsistency and feel for the offense, and pass rush. I think each of these things can be massively improved. Pass coverage can be massively improved by Dewey not getting beat on the same play 2 weeks in a row. Again, I thought he played pretty well outside of that play because I don't think that those two penalties were legit on Dewey early in the game. I don't think he's a great player, but I think he's, can he function in your defense? I think he can. I think Eric Murray can function. I think getting Travis Hunter and Greg Newsome out there on the field as their outside corners is going to allow you to improve your pass coverage in a big, big way. I really do. I think that's a talented pair. Especially, Jordan Lewis is a really good football player too. I think getting Devin Lloyd back is going to help as well in coverage. Ventrell Miller, I give him a lot of credit as a really quality backup, but Devin Lloyd's a better football player. So pass coverage can improve. Will it improve? I don't think it will unless you get Newsome and Hunter out there more. They're not playing enough. Kicking, can it improve? Yes. We've seen Cam Little kick at an extremely high level. Will it? I don't know if he's, the Jaguars have said they're not making a move at kicker. They're rolling with Cam Little. They have a lot of confidence in him. I kind of appreciate that approach. I just hope it is the correct approach. I don't know. I'm not a psychologist. I'm not a sports psychologist. I don't know what's going on with Cam Little, but he's missing kicks at an alarming rate right now. All the talent in the world. A lot of the kickers in the NFL have a ton of talent, but a lot of them end up flaming out for one reason or another. I just pray that Cam Little is not going to flame out. Now, why do I have these in tier 2 versus tier 1? I think the pass coverage a lot of the year has been good enough. The last 2 weeks it hasn't, but a lot of the year it's been okay. Kicking, I have in tier 2 just because not having a great kicker shouldn't matter in most games. I know the NFL's close, etc., whatever, but it didn't matter how good your kicker was against the Rams. There's so many other issues it didn't matter. Against the Bengals, that was not the issue. Against the Seahawks, it absolutely was, but that's one game. So hopefully that kind of makes sense. Trevor Lawrence's inconsistency and feel for this offense, yes, absolutely. That's also fixable because quarterback learning a brand new offense, getting into an offense where he has more control at the line, he has a lot of responsibility pre-snap and post-snap. He has changed his mechanics. There's just a lot more to this offense. Yeah. And I think he has improved the last 3 weeks. I still think there's a lot of room to improve. And he needs to play better. I mean, he's a $55 million quarterback. And I know everyone's like, he's top 5 paid quarterback at the position. If you actually understand the way contracts work, he's really not. I know that the average annual value suggests that, but like if you actually break down the cap hits and the way the contract is structured, it's not that big of a deal at this point. But he needs to play better. He absolutely does. And he would tell you that. He needs to play more on time and rhythm. Feel for the offense needs to be better. Just chemistry with the receivers needs to be better. And again, part of that goes into what's happening at the top, tier 1, the drops, the penalties, the receiver error, all that stuff. But he's got to be better himself as well. He would tell you that. Absolutely, he can grow in this offense. And some of the other things, if the penalties are reduced and you're able to run the ball, he's going to look a lot more comfortable, right? He's also going to look a lot more comfortable if his receivers aren't leading the league in drops, not executing, not giving effort. And then I also have pass rush on here, which that's been a consistent issue the last 3 weeks. It's gotten worse, I would say. You have Josh Hines-Allen doing a very good job. If anybody's telling you he's not doing a good job, I mean, watch the damn game. Go back and watch Josh Hines-Allen the entire game by himself and look at what he's doing. He's playing good ball. He's also getting a lot of extra attention. It can improve by Trayvon Walker returning. And yes, he's kind of there, but not really. I mean, 15 snaps in a game is not enough to make an impact for Trayvon Walker right now, especially playing with the club. As he gets more comfortable, more healthy, more reps, that can improve. But I also think at this point, I would be surprised if there's not a new body or some change in the plan moving forward. Do I think Mason Smith can provide more pass rush than what he has been allowed to provide? Yeah, I do. Part of the issue there, I think, is they're not just super comfortable with him, his technique, his fundamentals, to not have a missed assignment. He's young, but he's got skill. Eric Armstead is a volume shooter right now. He's putting up some numbers, but it's more about having volume in there. Devon Hamilton's not giving you very much at all as a pass rusher. Dwan Smoot, Ogba not giving you much at all. I wouldn't mind seeing some BJ Green. The guy has explosive skill set, good size, athleticism. Maybe he could do something for you. But I think that they're going to end up trading for someone up front. That's been the rumor. That's been the reporting. I would love to see it. So those are the Jaguars' issues, in my opinion. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section below. If you enjoy the content, please like and subscribe. Y'all have a good one.